Hey y'all, Grow Home Black Folks Talk, back on the climb. This is actually launch day, the sequel still, but you're gonna see it early in the morning on launch day, the sequel. You know how these movies never have an end. No, this is the third day into the official release of Seizing the Crypto Bull Run for Financial Freedom. And it's actually launch day, the sequel, in which I'm doing stuff that I intended to do on Monday, on Tuesday, which then messed up my chore schedule and what I intended to do for the week and all the rest. And all of it actually worked out wonderfully, and the way that God intended it, I just didn't know. And part of the way that it worked out allowed me to do what I needed to do and still have time to get some of this late afternoon enjoyment of this autumn sunshine. I see people walking around in their Halloween get up for this evening. I'll be back indoors by then. But allowed me to just settle in on doing the things that are necessary for me to take care of myself along the way. And that's what I really wanted to talk about. As you're climbing, stopping to rest and sit in the sunshine is important. A lot of people, because we have been acclimatized as Americans, think that we're going to work real hard and sometime in the future we're going to take all the rest we need to make up for it. A lot of times we don't make it. Mentally, emotionally, physically. That is not how God ever intended anything to run, because even God himself worked 6 days and rested on the seventh and set that forth. Now, how long has God existed? Forever, eternally. But every 7 days, he put forth time for himself to what? Rest and enjoy his labor. For it says in the Bible that he looked on everything that he made, and it was very good. And on that seventh day, he made nothing more. He enjoyed what he had made, including the whole world and all of mankind, all the stars, the moon, the sun, all of it. Just enjoyed it. And therefore, the second day of Adam and Eve's existence, since they were made on the sixth day, was a day of rest before they picked up their responsibilities of being stewards, before that slippery serpent Satan showed up to wreck the party. So we want to take some of these days. My launch day was Monday and ended up having to weather a great shock and some grief and decided to come on outside and do that instead of trying to push through that. Today was launch day, the sequel. Stayed inside, did all the things I need to do for that. Still got some emails I need to write to some different people to get some things set up starting next week. And Miss Jackson has some invitations out. I actually have to go listen to them again to make sure I remember what they are. And then we'll look at, okay, here we're going to be planning November and what we're going to do for the holidays. I know some of you want a paperback, and I've told people I'm going to try to get the paperbacks out so they'll be available as Christmas presents. So I got a very busy November. But when you finish your work, you take time to rest at least once every 7 days. And some of us need more than that, and I'm one of them, and I'm not ashamed to say that at 42. I've worked hard my entire life in various different ways. So I'm not ashamed to come out here and say the thing for me to do today was rest. And I'm also putting this out there to honor people like Alicia Release the Artist and Stephanie Perry, who are constantly reminding us that, and also Confidence with Love, teaching us about selffulness, that resting is not something we have to earn. That's something that we need as human beings, and we have a right to it. It's a human right. And to just be a good model for those of you watching. Let me say one more thing about this, and then I'm going to just sit here in the sunshine for a while. The burden of being a steward, as opposed to someone out for yourself, is hard. It is a tremendous amount of responsibility to put forward a book and a newsletter, because that means I have to make myself available to people in a way I haven't before. And it means that I have to now stay on top of my game even more, because although I'm not a financial advisor or a tax advisor, there are lines I absolutely cannot cross. I have to be able to get the answer, find the answer that you need to continue your growth, and if I can, to refer you to someone, to some information that you can. And that's different from what it would be if I was just hyping myself up. If I waited till next year, hyped myself up on the kind of money I could have made at that time putting it out, and just enjoyed narcissistically thinking about how this is going to be for me. I'm just having to put this information out, but I'm putting it out for me. You don't get that hit when you do things as a steward. So the responsibility is there. On the other hand, you also don't have to crash when the world refuses to conform to your ideal, when the world refuses to conform to what you want it to be. Because in reality, we are here as stewards of creation. So if you walk in alignment with that, yes, the load up front is heavier. I'm still in the free giveaway version of this. This has made me zero money. I don't have any assurance that it ever will. I don't think it's going to flop. But we're not at that stage of champagne, not that I drink, so it'd be Martinelli sparkling apple cider. We're not at that stage of popping a cork. I still have to be very careful about my budget because I mentioned that we're going to get this paperback going. So we have this out so you can start making Christmas presents to women that you think would want to have that at a price that is accessible. So this year we're on introductory price levels. This is going to be what they call a loss leader. Now, for those of you that start early, that's good because next year the price is going to elevate because I'm going to be bringing other people in. And when you have influencers and you have affiliate marketers, then you need to have a price point that has price to go around. The newsletter right now is $20 a month for 2 big issues twice a month. That's going to go up because, again, I'm going to have affiliates and associates, and that's going to cause there to have to be some profit sharing, and there needs to be more profit. All this is all responsibility now because there's no money coming in from all this yet. We're too soon in the game. I chose to do a free launch. So when you consider yourself a steward, sometimes you don't see what narcissistic, self-centered you wants to see up front. What's in it for me has to take a back seat to what's in it for us. Why did the Lord have me do this? So you have to take a third seat. Like the song I learned, Jesus and others in you. But if you notice, J-O-Y, Jesus and others in you, what a wonderful way to spell joy. I've been in tears. I've been in tears a lot this year. And as I quoted once from the opera Boris Godunov, there have been times I prayed for the comfort of tears and had to listen to people, particular people singing particular things to be able to have that relief. I've had tears of joy as I have watched fellow stewards, and I listed them in my video yesterday, but 5 brilliant black women who also are assisting me in my stewardship. And they're not being paid either. They just see the value that we're going to be able to create for one another. And, the value is there to seize, to grab hold to, and to spread among one another. That's an honor to me. I have had tears of joy and some sorrow too. Again, I told y'all day before yesterday when you see this, I've never had a book given to anyone and had that person pass away. Miss Jackson was sharing in her interview with me all the things that she was planning to do, but Miss Hale left a book as well, an anthology. And Miss Hale is going to have an award named after her, and her legacy is going to continue. And I'm a part of that, just like she is a part of mine. It is a blessing to me to be able to bless other people and to be able to be with people who want to bless other people. There's joy in that. But I still have to maintain my anxiety and stress levels because, like I said, the responsibility of doing all this and putting this forth, it's not something you drop, collect the money, and disappear. I'm not going to buy a Lamborghini, for those who haven't heard that term. I'm not going to buy some expensive sports car. It wasn't ever about that. But just, you know what? What's the price of joy? And then you come out, you do what you need to do. You take a few moments in this beautiful autumn sunshine. And at some point, we get to the beautiful winter sunshine. We can get it. And we continue to do our self-care things. We continue to do our self-full things, as Confidence with Love taught us. We continue to do our sunshine things, as Stephanie Perry and Alicia Venice. We continue to do our boycott winter things, as Alicia Venice is I Need Sunshine, and Stephanie Perry is Boycott Winter. Well, fortunately, I live in San Francisco, so every 2 out of every 3 years, we boycott winter. Y'all see me. I know Level Up Second Bob was talking about, you sit up there, winter is coming, and came up on the day. I had a scarf on, but I was standing in the sunshine. So what? Yes, winter is coming, and Autumn and winter are actually the two most beautiful seasons here in San Francisco. So we are right where we are supposed to be at the right time. I want to take this moment as I turn this off and just sit here and breathe this wonderful fresh autumn air and enjoy the autumn sunshine before it goes behind that tree over yonder that you can't see. Again, my subscribers that have been with me, I bet y'all didn't know in early 2022, those of you who listen to my Grown Black Folks Talk and my crypto journey, I bet you didn't know we were going to be doing all this, and I didn't either. I just did what the one who is the captain of my soul and the captain of the host of the Lord told me to do. And here we are, engaged in a process that will bless our generations. Thank you for being with me that long. Thank you for trusting me that long. It seems to me that the Lord does not have any intention for my channel to get too big, too fast, which is good, because I know those of you who are here really want to be here, and I appreciate you being here. And I know that I focus on black women because that's the chief part of my demographic, but I know I have some black men and some other races of people that also come through here and find my content of value. And I want to say thank you to all of you. And of course, anything that's available to anyone else is available to you. It's not a book that is written for everybody. It's a book written for everybody. It is already on 4 continents. So all kinds of different people are having a look at this, and my prayers that they be blessed. And all of them did it for free so far. And it delights me that I'm in a place in my life, because of how I did in the last run, that I can afford to do that. The last book. And it makes me smile to think that you're going to get the knowledge, some of you today, because I'm putting the link back in the description, so that 4 years from now, you could be smiling out here about how you're blessing people based on how you did in the last run. That just makes me happy. And I'm very glad to be able to share this moment of happiness and sunshine with you. Well, good morning. You're going to see another video from me in some different color clothes, because I'm not going to be in my trade dress tomorrow like I am today. Tomorrow, I am taking a day of rest for myself. I've got some emails I need to finish up tonight, and maybe one more meeting that I need to take. And then I'm going to be out here. I'm not sure which way I'm going. I'd like to think I'm going to do a hill and some water, but I'm a little bit constrained on time. But Thursday, y'all come on back now, yeah? As they used to say, because moi aunties. We're going back to moi aunties. I'm going to be talking with Confidence with Love. Actually, when you see this, it's Wednesday. So it'll be tomorrow at 12:15 Pacific, 1:15 Mountain, 2:15 Central, and 3:15 Eastern Time. And I know I have a few people that listen to me who have families on Atlantic Time. And so if you're on Atlantic Time, 4:15 and potentially London. I can't give you the British Standard Time because I know they just changed. Adi, who makes wonderful content about crypto from there. Oh, that's someone I need to probably sit down and talk with, actually. Get this thing off into England. Thank you, Lord, for having me talked enough to remember to do that. Anyway, but Thursday, Confidence with Love. Sit down, have this conversation about this book and about all the things that black women working together do around getting a book like this together, and some of the things we see as possible in the future. So I'll see you later today. I'll probably have an on-the-climb video as I'm out chillaxing in the sunshine like I am today, or like I am right now. And I'll see y'all also tomorrow, Thursday. Friday, no idea. Don't know what I'm going to be doing. I may be just in my bed resting, because again, taking care of yourself is very important. Stewardship is not a lightweight thing. But you know what? Like I said, I could be doing this narcissistically, thinking about all the money I thought I was going to make, and then crash later. Right now, you can't buy joy, y'all. And it's always shareable. So I'm passing it on to you too. All right. Thank you for listening, y'all. Bye.